something changed. You didn't get a text. You didn't see his name. But you felt it. Maybe it hit you at 2 a.m., a warmth in your chest that had no reason to be there. Maybe you were laughing at something completely ordinary, and for one quiet second, you thought he'd love this. That's not longing. That's not you being weak. That is a signal. Because when the divine masculine begins returning not on his phone, not at your door, but in the field between you two, your body receives it first. Before any word, before any sign, before he even admits it to himself. Your soul already knows. But here's what most people never talk about. The way this return actually feels in your body. The things you start noticing around you are not what you expect. And one of those signs? You've already experienced it today. You just didn't know what it meant. Until now. The wind doesn't always carry sound. Sometimes it carries a soul. Have you ever stopped walking because something invisible brushed past you? No one called your name. No one touched your shoulder. Yet every part of you suddenly became alert. That isn't your imagination trying to create hope. It's the strange silence that often arrives before a soul reunion begins. When the divine masculine starts returning, many people describe the world feeling different. The breeze feels warmer. A random gust catches your attention at the exact moment you're thinking of them. Feathers appear where they shouldn't. Leaves move without reason. Even the air seems charged with a presence you can't explain. It's as if the universe has stopped speaking in words and started whispering through nature. You may find yourself pausing for no obvious reason, looking behind you, feeling like someone is standing nearby, even when you're completely alone. That invisible pull isn't always meant to give answers. Sometimes it's simply preparing your heart before your eyes. Witness what's coming next. The strange part. The louder your mind becomes, the quieter the signs grow. But when you finally surrender, when you stop chasing and simply breathe, those whispers become impossible to ignore. Because the divine masculine rarely announces his return with noise. His energy arrives first, soft as the wind, invisible to everyone else, yet unmistakable to the soul that has always known him. And once you hear that silent whisper, nothing inside you ever feels the same again. Your heart has lied to you before. But this time, it refuses to. There comes a moment when your heartbeat no longer feels ordinary. It catches you off guard. It races for no reason. You're sitting in complete silence, yet your chest pounds, as if someone you've been waiting for is standing right behind you. This isn't the panic of fear. It's the body recognizing a presence before the mind can explain it. As the divine masculine begins returning, the energetic distance between your souls starts collapsing. You may wake in the middle of the night with your pulse pounding. A random song, a familiar scent, or even hearing their name can send a wave through your entire body. It's as though your soul already knows. They're getting closer. The strange thing is, these moments don't last forever. They arrive like thunder, powerful, impossible to ignore. Then they disappear, leaving you wondering if any of it was real. But every time it happens, something inside you changes. Fear slowly gives way to certainty. Doubt begins losing its voice. Deep within, a quiet knowing starts replacing the endless questions you've carried for so long. Because the heart doesn't speak in sentences, it speaks in rhythm. And when two souls begin finding their way back to each other, their heartbeats seem to remember a melody they never truly forgot. That thunder in your chest isn't asking for your attention. It's announcing that something unseen has already begun moving toward you. They say the eyes never lie, but they never tell you. They can remember a soul. There comes a moment when everything around you fades into the background. The noise disappears, time slows down, and then your eyes meet his. No words, no explanation, just one look that feels older than this lifetime. When the divine masculine is truly returning, his gaze carries a different energy. It isn't searching for validation anymore. It isn't running from emotion. It's steady, calm, familiar, as if every mile, every silence, and every lesson has led him back to this exact moment. You may feel your breath catch, your heart becomes still instead of racing, because deep inside, your soul recognizes something your mind is still trying to understand. His eyes don't just look at you. They seem to see through every version of you. The wounded one, the healing one, and the one you've yet to become. In that silent exchange, years of separation can feel like seconds. No dramatic speeches, no perfect timing, just a gaze that says everything words never could. Because when the divine masculine is finally ready, his eyes stop wandering. They find home. And, somehow, your soul knows it, before a single word is ever spoken. You're not imagining it anymore. Something is pulling you. And it's getting stronger every single day. It begins so quietly that you almost ignore it. A random urge to visit a familiar place. An overwhelming feeling to check your phone. Their name suddenly crossing your mind without warning. None of it makes sense. Until the moments start happening again and again. When the divine masculine is truly returning, the invisible thread between your souls feels tighter than ever. It's no longer just memories, it's movement, a force you can't explain, yet you can't escape. The closer he comes into energetic alignment, the stronger that magnetic pull becomes. You may feel drawn to change your routine, revisit old dreams, or prepare for something you can't yet see. Deep inside, your soul is already responding to an arrival your eyes haven't witnessed. And here's the strange part. The more you try to resist it, the stronger it becomes. Because this isn't obsession, it isn't attachment, it's recognition. Two souls, separated by time, beginning to move toward the same destination once again. Some forces in life can be ignored. This one was never meant to be. The universe doesn't send the final sign with a warning. It sends a feeling that everything has finally fallen into place. After the storms, the silence, and the endless questions, there comes a moment when your soul stops searching, because something inside you already knows. When the divine masculine returns, the journey is no longer about chasing, waiting, or wondering. It's about two souls arriving at the same point after being transformed by everything they survived. The pain had a purpose. The distance had a lesson. Every heartbreak, every moment of uncertainty, every night spent questioning the connection was shaping both souls for this exact chapter. Cosmic union isn't just about two people coming together. It's about two awakened versions of themselves finally meeting. The old patterns disappear, the fears lose their power, and the love that once felt impossible begins to feel natural. You don't have to force what is aligned. You don't have to convince what is destined, because when the timing of the universe matches the readiness of the soul, the reunion doesn't feel like a beginning. It feels like remembering something that was always meant to happen. A love written beyond time, finally returning home. Maybe the greatest sign was never outside of you. It was the quiet transformation happening within. The whispers, the feelings, the moments of recognition. They all remind you that some connections leave an imprint deeper than words. Whether this journey leads to reunion or inner awakening, the most powerful return is the one where your soul finds peace. Because when you stop searching for signs, you finally become the sign. And sometimes, that is when everything begins to align.